everyone, and welcome to ILR6 for final time. This is next.
Good evening and welcome. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm back. Sorry, I did not start the stream straight away, but I'm Jack, and I will be commentating the final race of ILR7 of the season. If the guys listening, if there is anyone listening, can you just let me know if you can hear me? Is it a-okay for you guys? So I just got 4 minutes left to qualify, and I imagine it is a dry race here in Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina. Let's have a look at the leader, so the delta times there. I can name myself. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at the ILR7 standings just as qualifying is coming to a close. That's my first stream, my first time I've commentated in God knows how long. But at least I get to do it in the final race of the season. There's only a few cars out on track at the moment. Cody's finally seen sense in adding a feature I've wanted for years. The track map, so I can have a look. You can see that Ryan Berry is on another lap. Got 2 Red Bulls out at the moment. Looks like Robo Jeep's setting sometimes on the mediums. It's his second lap on the medium, so I imagine that probably is an in lap. We got TSR Verstappen. Looks like he's going for it. We're right on board of him at the moment, but just a quick run down the permutations of the ILR7 championships. Nicky 9095, he has got this bad boy wrapped up. Got it wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. He's been phenomenal this season, winning some of the flyaways earlier on, a few races ago, and that really did seal the title. It's been consistent, fantastic all season. Only a couple of DNFs. LK Kyle right behind him. Well, say right behind, 7 points. And then there's a bit of a gap again from J Luke. But then there's a nice little battle between Ryan and Speed Center for 5th, and then it seems to be a battle between 8th and 12th. So yeah, it's quite spread out, but the constructors is where it is at. So we got Williams ahead of McLaren by 8 points. Williams drivers are Panos and Nicky. Nicky's obviously been very consistent. Panos has got a few good results and a win in Mexico as well, I do believe. So it'll be interesting to see if he can match that. And they have to beat the McLaren boys of LK Kyle and J Luke 11. They didn't have as good time out last week in Brazil. Kyle and Imagine P11, but they're only 8 points behind, so up to 43 points to play with tonight. So it is all to play for with Mercedes boys, Racing Point quite further far behind. But it's also worth knowing the battle for the wooden spoon at the bottom of the constructors is all to play for, with 6 points separating the bottom 4 teams. And there's TS Verstappen. That is not what you'd want to see qualified, but it looks like he's lost it in turn 3. Is that turn 3? Oh yeah, there's the pit exit there. He's facing the wrong way, and that is his qualifying done and dusted. You've seen a lot of cars in the past there lose the rear end as it's a quick right to left. That's a shame. Hopefully no cars. Hopefully it does ghost. Big accident there. Hopefully it doesn't happen in the race. That would be the end of qualifying if it was real life, but luckily it's Cody's. But anyway, like I was saying, Haas, Toro Rosso, Red Bull, Alfa Romeo, all separated by 6 points. Risky Racer, funny enough, getting a win last week in Brazil, promoting the Red Bull guys up to P9. So it is all to play for between the bottom 4 teams of Alex, representing Haas tonight, Rugola, representing only Toro Rosso, Risky and Roji both here for Red Bull, and only OKK here for Alfa Romeo. So keep your eye on the Red Bull guys. They could spring themselves up a few spots towards the end, and still to play for them. It's all good, Jack. Is qualification order reversed? Bill is P2. I didn't even notice that. Nosebleed up here. There he is, Bill. Risky Racer there, pushing his luck on the curbs. He does love to gun it all or nothing for Sullivan, and he's up to P2. Front row. We were just talking about how he did get a win last time out. His first win in ILR Brazil, and he's looking at a P2 at the moment. I don't think he want to set another lap on those softs. Tyre wear is an issue, and it is likely to be, guys, a 2-stop today. 2-stop. I'll speak to some of the drivers. Soft, medium, soft, or soft, soft, medium. Depends how you want to do it. Obviously, with the current safety car patch, we could be seeing the safety car a lot more. But unlike, was it F1 2017, where there was a glitch where the safety car came out every 3 laps. There's a few times in ILR. It was at ILR1 in Spain. Everyone was bunched up. It was like a 3-lap sprint race. Same ILR3 Austria, remember? That was fun to steward. A lot of crashes. So what happens when it's all bunched up. Anyway, the cars will be coming across the line for the final time. I don't think Bill's able to set a lap, as this is his hot lap. I don't think so. Oh, it was. He didn't improve. Renault boys, 4th and 5th. Bit surprised. That's good showing for them. I think these guys, I think Ryan Berry might be the last one of the final runners. We've got a group of cars here at the apex. 2 McLaren boys. Look like we're getting a bit of a tow. It's off Waste as well, so using each other for tow down the long back straight, one of the longest in Formula 1. I think the 3rd or 4th longest straight in Formula 1. It's quite bumpy though, as LK Kyle playing with team orders there and giving him the slipstream for J-Luke. So that's good to see. J-Luke's obviously going for that pole. He is currently on pole, but Alex pops it in 3,000th of a second off J-Luke. So it's a good luck there by the Haas driver. We're right on board with J-Luke because LK Kyle is not sent a lap, and I don't think Bill is. So we'll stick with J-Luke here. And Waste just in front of him also yet set a competitive lap, easing down in P12. Now P13. We'll see if anyone else does improve towards the final few corners we go into Sector 3, the technical Sector 3. Where I remember Lewis Hamilton famously holding up Nico Rosberg in 2016 as J-Luke's going across the line, and so is Waze. Waze does not improve, and neither does J-Luke. So maybe the track was cooling. And Ryan Berry, oi oi, what's he doing up there? P1 Ryan, hello. You'll be delighted with that. And Ganneman there, P2. Ganneman, sorry. So, wow, look at that. Just over a 10th separating the top 5 there going into the race. Unfortunately, Dan's car couldn't join during qualifying, but he will be at the back of the grid. Tyrrell Verstappen binned it, and Wetland, I think, I'm not sure what he did there. Might have crashed himself. But interesting to see how the rear, the midfield and the rear pack do. Will they do reverse strat? I imagine they will. Play the long ball, but 2 stop does seem the optimum strategy here. But good going, Ryan Berry. Is that? Let me just check. Is that his first pole? Can I see this? Let me check statistics. Ryan Berry. No, he's had a pole before. It's his 2nd pole of the season. His average qualifying position is 7th on the grid. So good performance from him. Garnerman narrowly missing out on pole. 6,000ths and J-Luke in P3, so very close grid we have here, guys. Great super final race this season. Everyone's very competitive, wanted to do well on the final island of the season, possibly for F1 2019. And there we have it. There is the grid. Nicky, interestingly, our championship winner, he's going for the reverse strat. He's on the medium, so I mean that's 3 temps off ball. I think he's safe to say he'd probably be a temp or 2 ahead of everyone else. So could watch out for him. If he avoids the damage, I could safe say he probably will go on to win this. Road Jeep P11 and on mediums on a fresh set, so he's not too bad. But there does seem to be a bit of a gap between P9 and P10 there. But Ryan Berry, Garnerman, J-Luke make the top 3. Alex, Risky, LK Kyle, and Bill. And towards the rear, TS off Verstappen, Wetland, Panos, Waste, OKK, Speedway Racer, Road Jeep, and Dan's car didn't make quali, but he should be here for the race. Here we go. Is it raining? I don't think it's raining. I presume it's not. I've seen it. Oh, Way saying his lap was ruined in the chat. Yeah, rip for Way. It's not like him to have a disaster. People, some of the drivers are saying in the chat that they get quite a lot of laps invalidated, not hooking it all up, and someone was taking out the brake marker board, so they couldn't brake properly. Lovely. Anyway, now the drivers will be picking the strategies, the fuel loads, going into this Grand Prix. Like I said, it probably will be a 2-stop for the most. Depends if safety car comes out. I've not seen what the patches, this post-patch is like. Are we going to see about 6 safety cars? Are we not going to see it at all? You know, your guess is as good as mine. I'd like to see maybe 1, but there's too many safety cars. Just causes sprint racing mentality. It's just more argy-bargy. But hopefully it's a clean race. Last one of the season. I don't want a headache. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Off the final race of ILR7 season. I think I put formation lap on. I hope I have. I have. Forgot what I did then. Anyway, here we go. It's a dust to night race here, so obviously the track temperatures will start to cool. I'm not sure how much it really does cool compared to real life. I thought I was stuck in a broadcast there. Apologies. Speedway Racer has left the session. Oh no, hopefully he can get back. But anyway, I'll give you a quick rundown. Ryan Berry in the Force India, P1, Garnerman, P2, J-Luke P3, Alex P4 on the Haas, Risky Racer P5, LK Kyle. We'll stick on, there's the tyres. LK Kyle, P6 in McLaren, Bill, P7 the Renault, Nicky on the All-Lit Strat, and P8, one to watch, as always, our championship winner, Nicky, been fantastic, Indonesian. MK Born, P9, Ruud Gullit, P10, Robert Jeep P11, Speedrun Racer, Hope Yuri returns, he's currently left the session. OKK P13, WRT Waste P14, Panos P15, Wetland P16, TSR Verstappen 17, and Speed Dance Car rounds off the grid. I'll see if Yuri need an invite or anything, or... So, chat, who's your money on for the win? I mean, if Nicky can survive the first couple of laps, I've got to say he's looking a strong favourite. Risky Race is looking quick. Any of the top 4, 5, and Car possibly, all in the hunt. Good. Can mean safety cars can mix it all up. Not run out TS off Verstappen and Wetland showed good pace. Previous. Dan's Cat win. Okay. I'm good. Yes, Dan's Cat. That's his new name from the rest of this race. From the back of the grid, bold call from Peter. But anyway, here we go. The drivers will be lining up. You can see it in real life, but Force India will be leading the cars away. I hope I don't jinx, but I've seen quite a few incidents here in the past. Down in turn 1, a lot of cars tend to run wide, and they try to come back on track to make turn 2 and 3. But then there seems to be a bottleneck of 3 wide, and you do sometimes see contact. But hopefully the driver's a bit wise, a bit sensible, but I'll probably jinx now and I. Anyway, the cars now line up as Speed, Dance Car and Verstappen. 3, 4, 5 lights. It's lights out. Are we racing? Are we gonna? There we go. Okay, now we're racing. Oh, imagine Crofty that. Anyway, it's a great start there from Ryan Berry. As he's running a little bit deep, Ganneman's got the inside, he's got the run, he's got a little bit of lag there as well. Looks like the two McLaren and the Force India make a bit of contact into turn 2 and 3, and that forces J-Luke to run wide, and that's going to push Risky Racing right for the two of them. A great move up to P2 then. Ganneman's got away fantastically. Vettel less that, as the drivers will try and settle down. I don't think there's any collisions through the back of the field. Relatively well behaved, which is fantastic to see. Well done, drivers. As we all make our way through as the two Renault drivers at the further back here go side by side in from the apex, from the airpin. And it's an hour drag race. Will that Renault engine prove to be the difference? Will anyone be making moves down to this next corner? As the Renault driver's having a little look. That's Bill. Be slightly clencher there. Speedway Racer has left the session, unfortunately. But yeah, wow, bit of a clean start. As we're seeing any fallout from the back of the grid. Speedway Racer obviously disconnected at some issues, but all relatively well behaved. As these. There's a bit of a Renault, a bit of contact with the Renault drivers, and MK Bourne has just hit the back of his teammate. Oh no, obviously not intentional, missed his braking point, and that's poor Bill's gone right to the back. I'm sure MK Bourne, and there's the Force India of surprise Waste going for a cheeky spin at the back there. I don't know if it's contact, but hopefully he can sort his race out. As you can see there, the downforce of MK Bourne is he's really struggling there, wing damage. I mean, surely he's going to have to pit. You're going to lose a lot of time hands over fist there if you're stay out of that sort of wing damage. We'll wait and see. He's running wide again as he has to cut past the Red Bull dangerously, but he's just about made it in. Luckily, he didn't collect anyone, but that's the Renault's race ruined already. I see him battle at the front here between Ryan Berry and Risky Race. He's going to cut back to the inside, And that is the move done. Side seal delivered, and that is Risky back up to P2. I think Ryan must have took it back off him. As yellow flags further down. I'm not too sure what it is. That a Williams and a Ferrari. Or a Sauber, should I say. Must have been a Sauber there collected as MK1 leaves the pits. But anyhow, Garmin has got a bit of a lead. As don't know why it's glitched there with the downward arrows. It's kind of annoying. Can't see the time deltas between them. Let's have a look over the stops. Position changes early on in this race. Bill, obviously, big loser. Speed Dan's car. Dan's cat, I should have said. He's up to P11. 7th places. Panos as well. Up 5 spots. I know KK up 4. So good there. Some winners and losers there. The Renault boys as well. Causing themselves their own issues. But obviously a long race to go. And no safety car yet. No safety car yet. We wait. But unfortunately, this lobby's a bit glitch. I can't, well, the timing's a bit glitch. I can't see the delta times between the leaders and Risky. But you can see it on the minimap it's yourself. So I think Gannon's got a couple of seconds lead already. We had a fantastic start. He's just got his head down now, and he always seems like in that sort of Sebastian Vettel focus mode. He's just beating lap in after lap, and he's just neat and tidy and just got him on at the tyres. I mean, we have to keep an eye on Nicky as well. Remember, he's on the reverse track with Robo Jeep. He made a good few positions at the beginning of this race. Looks like they're going side by side here. There's a bit of a bottleneck here forming these two battling. It's a bit of a DRS train, and Ganneman's managed to leave the train. So it's yes, the times are fixed. We did it. We move. Is any comments in the chat? Do you remember my incident on lap 1 here, Jack, on F1 2018? Was that with Womain, like a test race that took out like 18 cars? I lost my head. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun. That was good. That was fun for the league, wasn't it? More yellow flags. Looks like a Haas. TSR Verstappen. He's lost his wing. He's not having much joy at this track. He saw lost his front wing in qualifying and DNF, and he seems to be all over the spot at the moment. He has to be careful of the track entry. Woohoo! I hope he knows I'm watching that. And Panos is obviously pitted, so that's an early change for him. He's going to be on the mediums. He's going to be going long into this Grand Prix. Interestingly, no drivers using the hard tyres, so hopefully a safety car comes into play as dust is starting to turn into night. See the floodlights lighting up this marina. I'd love to go in real life. Not been here myself. Been to quite a few Grand Prix, but this is definitely on the list. I see this battle for P2, P3, P4 and P5. Remember, we do have the battle for the constructors between the Williams boys and the McLaren boys. 8 points in it. As it stands, McLaren boys will have it, but Nicky is going to be hot on the tails. And tell you what, he's only a second off this train. Can we have the gap intervals? That's what I want. Boom. And Risky Race looks like he's just dropped down a little bit. Maybe a fast start, but he's dropping down the field a little bit. He's struggling with like tyre wear, he's got a bit of understeer. As Nicky looks like he's made his way through on the mediums. This guy's a machine. TSR Verstappen has retired from the session. I can't say I didn't see that coming. I see the minimap is badly needed, man. This minimap has been needed for years on this game. I can't believe they only implemented it now. Maybe we go have a little look at Nicky on the McLaren. Is he going to have a little go? He's going to wait. I don't think he doesn't need to rush it. I mean, he's on the harder compound. He's with them on the softer. Just stay with him. Keep the ERS. You can see the bottom right hand corner there. He's got plenty of ERS saved. He's using his DRS at the moment. As you can see, if he can try and make a move on this McLaren. He's side by side. Kyle's going to try and squeeze. Clean it off racing, gents. Clean it. Keep it clean. And Kyle there just gives him a little nudge. He's like, you know what, mate? This is my spot. I'm keeping it all good for a little bit of bump and throwing. And so Nicky will have to stay behind him at this point. Ryan Berry there running deep. Giving Jay the position. And that is going to compromise Kyle there into this section. So this could be interesting to run down to turn 1. Looks like Ryan and Risky both struggling on these soft tyres now. Meanwhile, Garneman, our race leader, is over 5 seconds ahead in P1. Doing bits out there. What did I he just disappeared to Narnia. He must have lost the rear end or something. Right. Anyway, I think you might have to pit after that. I've never... Okay, that was weird. I don't think there's no contact of what I can see anyway, but as Nicky's out. Oh no! We just talked about our championship leader. Our championship winner, driver's title, and he's binned it. I don't know how he's done that. I didn't catch it on the stream. But as Waze will go past him, you can see him there. There's a wheel go down the track. That's a big hit. And will we get a safety car? We do. In the top left, there is our safety car. Oosh, 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 oosh. That's what I wanted. That's what we got. Will we see the pits? We got our first safety car. Have I got a sneaky I've got a sneaky feeling that this safety car is going to come out at anything. As Nicky leaves the session, and that is handing it on a plate to the McLaren guys, who currently at the moment will get 25 points, and it all comes down to whether Panos can fight back here and try and claim some points. At the moment, he's going to have to finish at least. He's going to have to finish in at least top 3 or 4 of these if the McLaren boys are there. But at the moment, balls in McLaren's court for the constructors. So we have to have a quick look, see who has stopped. So anyone from the 10th down has stopped. Wetland will be pleased because he can come back into the speed dance car as well. Rud Gullet, he'd be quite happy as well. Bit of a gap, and then obviously the top guys. Imagine if you're in the softs, will you spit? With Nicky retiring, it's kind of does open up the race for the rest of the guys, and Gonerman's good leads vanish just like that, and you see Gonerman's now in the pits. And J-Luke's also in the pits. It's mediums. It's mediums. Gonerman is gone to the medium tyres, Ferrari driver. And we have a look what J-Luke is going to go on to here. Softs. So as the McLaren boys are stacking. Drive-through penalty for Alex, speeding under the safety car. That's big. Big clumsy there from Alex. Don't know who's entering the bits. Was he driving around? RoboJeep takes the lead. On the mediums, he's staying out. That's probably, I would do the same as well, because we've seen it once. I wouldn't rule out seeing the safety car again. So RoboJeep is our race leader. I think his best finish all season is 6th, I want to say. Let me just have a quick look. Got the driver standings here. RoboJeep best finish all season was a P5 in Italy. There are quite a few days. Not one of the most successful seasons of RoboJeep. He's probably a little bit out of pace with some of the top guys, sweating every week. But good on him for speeding most weeks again. Been a staple of ILR. As a few of the guys in this tier for another season. So I appreciate it a lot. But he's currently leading this Grand Prix, maybe the first time this season. Gonerman has come out in P2 on those soft tyres. So we could see if Gonerman can get past RoboJeep quickly enough. Alex has yet to pit on the soft compounds. We can see there, guys. So he's also got a penalty for 10 seconds. That could compromise his race. I don't know if he'll... Might appeal to get taken off though. So bear keeping that in mind. J-Luke on the softs pitted. Risky has pitted onto the mediums. Kyle is on the mediums. He's lost a couple of positions because of the double stack. Ryan Berry's on the softs. MK Bourne's on the softs. OKK is on the... he's on one of them. Just flicking in between. Oh no. This game, man. He's on the mediums. There you go. You can see it now. Whole grid's there on mediums. MK Bourne's pitted a bit earlier. And Alex, 5-lap old softs. I don't know why he didn't pit. Because if a safety car doesn't come out again, he's ruined his race. It's a free pit stop. Get it in. We see a Red Bull pulling in. Is that someone pulling to the pits? Or is that just me? No, maybe just taking a wide line. Anyway, so see all the billboards, boards out there showing the drivers' positions and the times. Apparently they do actually tell you the correct times and deltas and position you're in, funnily enough, but I don't think you can ever see it. I don't know if the drivers see it in real life, those boards at the side of the start-finish straight. 200 miles an hour. Anyway, we are safety car. We do have a Desert Jewel here on our hands tonight. We're going to see a lot more battling. Hopefully Wetland Speed Dance car can actually catch up to the back of this pack. That'll be needed. I think they will. let's give you a quick rundown. So, RoboJeep yet to stop. Garnerman is our net race leader, really, on the mediums now. Alex on the softs yet to stop. J-Luke has stopped on the softs. And got these guys on the mediums. Risky, LK Car, Ryan Berry, who was battling for the lead earlier, but yeah, had a freak accident at the final corner. Don't know if he just lost it, hit the wall. It was bizarre. And I don't know. Look, why are the tyres soft, man? The medium. Why is it that? Is it that hard to fix? Sorry. Then OKK9, Bill 10. Bill, after getting hit by his own teammate early on, is back in the points. Panos 10. Rude Gullard 12. I'm sure he'd like some points. Ways P13 still in the race. And 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Bill. What's he doing? I'm probably sure we'll get that taken off because there's obviously no advantage gained. Sweet Dan's car and Wetland, he's caught up, and the safety car is in this lap, gents. So, and ladies and gents, should I say? Safety car will be in this lap. So it's up to RoboJeep now. He will be now in charge of the field. He needs to back up to ensure the safety car does return to the pits before he goes. A common error I've seen a lot this season is whoever the safety car lead, they go to race speed before the safety car's even in. He's gone too soon again. He went too. Oh, it's a big tank slapper there from RoboJeep. A lot of the drivers got cold tyres. That's gone straight up to P1. So McLaren there as well, losing the rear end of the final corner. But I think you saw there as well, like I was just saying, he went too soon and he got put on a speed limiter to end the final corner because the safety car was not even in the pit yet. So you can't overtake the safety car till the stop finish line. So that nearly caused an issue there of a bottleneck, which we've seen crashes before, but no harm done this time, fortunately. So we go racing. But you saw there how the cold tyres, a risky racer there. He's got to look at the inside of, looks like Alex. He's hanging around, and Alex is going to be sitting duck here with those worn softs. As we see back in the back, Ryan Berry is dead at the back, and so is Wetland again. Wetland can't catch a break at the moment this Grand Prix. And we see at the back there, start Force India. Rude Gullet and Ways here. Probably ILR old schoolers, been here. They were racing ILR season 1 or 2, I think, when they come and gone, but good to see them back here. And they're here for the final race of the season. Can Wace finish? See a cheeky little battle. See what Wace can do here. Rugo's going to look like he's going to defend to the inside. He's going to make Wace do the hard work here. Go around there. He's going to break deep. He's managed to get the car turned in, and looks like he might have it done. He looks like he does. Great move there from Wace, and Rude's not finding it too much, which is probably a welcome relief there. He doesn't need to battle too hard at this point. But we go back to this as a Haas driver there running deep. Alex is not having a good time in those tyres. Struggling to get them up to temperature. We saw a lot of drivers there at the start struggling to get the tyres gripping in. Not warming the tyres enough. But again, we're going to see another battle between the McLarens and the Red Bulls. Interesting to see. Oh, there's a bit of a contact there. I don't know what quite happened. Risky's out. Oh no. I couldn't tell you what happened there. Was it contact from his teammate and he span? And that is another safety car. I mean, it's realistic, I guess. Another safety car. Oh no. Good job, got nowhere to be soon. Anyway, so rinse and repeat, guys. We're going to see another SC. Will people pit? I don't know. Problem is, people bunch up. They're going to try and overtake. It's going to be more collisions. You're going to see accidents like that, and more DNFs, and then you're going to see another safety car. Happens in real life. It's going to happen on a game more so. So I said there'd be 3 safety cars. I'm nearly there. We're at the second safety car already, as it's letting Rugola go, and he's on the softs. This is a bit of a godsend for Alex. Surely he pits now. Ryan Berry's pitted, and Wetland is also pitting. But he is nearly a lot. He's running very deep there under the tunnel. He's onto the hard, so maybe he's going to try and go to the end. Those hards are not very quick, though. Hopefully the SC lets him go. Yeah, he's giving the green. He should be good. Let's get his foot down, get round. So Garmin's leading this Grand Prix once again, but once again, safety cars come in. And get your thoughts, guys, in the chat. Who do you think will win this race? Surely Garmin's looking pretty solid and touchable at the moment. He's pulled away every time. But that battle between the Red Bull guys and the McLaren guys, something else. So at the moment we've got 4 casualties in this Grand Prix. We've got Risky Racer, Nicky, TSR Verstappen, and Speed Y Racer. Just gonna ask Risky what's happened to Risky. Just give him a quick message. He's obviously not gonna be happy about it, but it's unfortunate the season ends like that after a great race last week in Brazil. He was looking competitive. I wouldn't say it was risky racing, but he wasn't hanging around. That move at the start went in between two of the McLaren and the Force India up to P2 was great. Unfortunately, he's not making the end of this Grand Prix. You see quite a few cars at the back there pitting. Got Alex finally made the pit. Robojeep's pit to softs now. We got Rude Gullard is back in. Is he going to go back to mediums? Is he doing the? Is he just getting rid of the soft tyres? So he's used 2 sets. It's onto the hards. Gullard and Wetland both at the back on the hards. They need to get the foot down and try and get around as quick as possible. Ba ba ba. See now another races. There are safety cars in ILR8 and ILR6 as well. So obviously the safety car is more realistic. It's realistic. The problem is there's just a hell of a lot of incidents, and it is like if there's a car DNFing on track on the racing line, you're gonna call a safety car out. There's a severe collision with Panos. Oh, maybe it's a good thing the season's finishing now, because this could be a lot of safety cars through the season. Oh wait, looks like we're going to have another lap behind it. So it gives a chance for Rude Gullard and Wetland to catch up. Lap 11 of this Grand Prix and another lap. We've had half of it behind the safety car with 17 laps left. It's a long Grand Prix this. Now we've got Garmin, who will be the safety car probably end of this lap. We've got Force India Waves pit, and imagine that was a collision. And he's on the hards as well. So here we go, see if they can do anything. I know the hards on that competitive, but I mean, might want to go to the end. Stick on the hard, no safety car comes out, stick on the mediums or soft to the end. It'd be interesting if there's a late safety car as well, see if there's some of the drivers want to chance it on the worn tyres or stick a new pair of boots on, go to the end. Oh, Big Corey in the chat. Nice to see you, bud. Hope you're well. Good luck in ILR1. Imagine safety car will be in. Safety car is in this lap from race control. Steward team there dropping the hard facts. Let's have a quick look at the big winners and losers. Can I see that? Which one is it? Positions changed. So, Sweet Dan's car up 10. Ryan Berry. He's had a bit of an eventful race. Spinning the walls, hasn't he? He's down to P11. Garmin's up 1. J-Luke's at 1. MK Bourne up 5. OKK P5 now. He's up 8 positions. Good on him. Panos up 8. Speed Dan's got up 10. So, grid's kind of half flipped. A few casualties obviously mentioned earlier for Yuri disconnected and couldn't join in, but disqualified him for whatever reason. TS Verstappen crashed in the zone. I'm pretty sure Nicky did as well. Risky, I'm not 100% sure, but did Waze do something? Waze has been alright. I think he hit the back of a driver under the safety car, but apart from that, it's been alright. It looks like we're gonna be racing again. Here we go. Scotland leads them away there. Good safety car restart. Clean getaway again. It's been flawless from the front today. See their tyres there, and obviously the guys at the back will be on the hards as he pulls away again. He's been fantastic on those race starts. Very Sebastian Vettel-esque, you have to say. And look further back here, these Renaults have been feisty all race. MK Bond's been in the wars a little bit with his own teammate. And see if OKK's got a bit of spunk about him. MK Bond on those 10-lap old mediums. Risky Race said, hit Robbo, then all of a sudden massive oversteer. Yeah. I kind of guessed that. It looked pretty accidental. I've had a few of the drivers had quite a bit of oversteer out that final corner. Saw Bill have it earlier. Saw McLaren, one of the McLaren guys, had a massive tank slapper but managed to save it. It's weird offset camber exit. Kind of catches people out if you don't have the car straight out. Oh, it's big. It's that 4 wide, 3 wide here going. Oh, breathe in. A bit of contact there. Sure they can't get them all through. Rower Jeep backs out probably for the best as Alex retains P8. Sweet Dance car P9. They're the boys. Relatively clean race now. Good on them all. I tell you, I thought there was going to be a massive crash, but we're all good. Probably, I think this is the thing though, with the addition of this improved safety car, it gives people belief like, you know what, I might be 20 seconds off, I might have lost my wing, but I can get back in it. I can, as Wetlands running wide, I can get back in this Grand Prix. There might be another safety car, and all to play for. 14 runners still left in this race. We're close to reaching the halfway point. Garnerman, sorry, is pulling away once again. J-Luke on 7-lap old softs. I don't know how long the softs last for. What about 10 laps, I want to say? Maybe 8 laps, so he's going to be close to a pit window soon. Probably didn't want that second safety car. It's kind of ruined his strategy a little bit. He will plummet down the grid, probably towards the back. Also worth watching out, guys, those hard runners, Road Gullard, Waze and Wetland. Can they do something on those hards? They'll take a few laps to rubber in, but it's longer. I'm sure Kyle will let him go. Look at that stream of cars behind. Don't keep on there. The fence. Oh! Bill there had to run really wide and cause contact with OKK. I think he outbraked himself and he had to take a diversive action. Hopefully no damage to OKK. That would have been totally unfair on him. He's done well to get himself there. Y Racer. Can't believe Mainlander's done 6 more laps than me because of the shitty game. Yeah, I know, man. Mainlander's going to be a busy boy after this patch, I think. Looks like the battle on track looks between McLaren guys, OKK and Panos. And Panos hits that bollard there. Looks like a bit of end plate damage as well for OKK, unfortunately. So he's going to get a bit of understeer. You can see there the front left is missing. That's not ideal. Yeah, he's struggling a bit there to get. And Rubber Jeep's going to be all over the back on those soft tyres. Depends how hard OKK wants to defend it. He's going to struggle around this left and right hander here. You have to go full speed. You can't be full throttle, sorry. Seems to manage it okay. So Rubber Jeep going to look for the inside here. He will think a second about it. Tucks him behind. Keep this all neat and tidy, Rubber Jeep, so you can get down the long straight. Waze gets a penalty warning for corner corners. It's quite easy to do it here, obviously. See the DRS train, FC, ERS, DRS. Does make the battling, does make these trains quite a common theme, like regular normal Formula 1. As Force India there, Ryan runs quite deep, had to lock up. As a bit of a tank stopper there from OKK. And he's had to let through Rover Jeep and Ryan. And Ryan might get the run on here. He might get a double move done within 2 corners. I saw Alex left the session, hopefully he can rejoin. He's going to have the inside. He's going to lock up the front left. He runs a little bit deeper. He's got the move done. And that's Ryan profiting from Bit of a mistake there from OKK and making the move on RoboCheap. Hopefully Alex gets back in. That's a shame he's disconnected. The AI's on 80, so it won't drop as much as it would be, but let's hope. As you can clearly see now, nighttime starting to come in. Floodlights are a lot more prominent. As this desert duel continues in Abu Dhabi for the final race of the ILR7 season. Of course, not forgetting the constructors are still up for grabs between the McLaren and the Williams team, may I say, sorry. Nicky's DNF'd. He's our driver's title winner, ILR7 driver's title, so congratulations to him. But it might have cost him the constructors. Looks like might be going to the McLaren boys as it stands. They had an 8-point lead, the Williams guys going into this, with Kyle currently in second with 18 points. Should be able to do it, and we have a yellow flag somewhere. And that's a rude gullet. Is he lost? His front wing's okay. I think he might just lost it coming out of that fast left to right section, which is not common occurrence. No shame in that. Obviously those hard tyres not giving him much grip, which is no surprise and not very nice to drive on. But some of the drivers at the back have, I think they've pitted. Let's have a quick look at the stops. A couple of free stops already. Ryan, Rudd and Speed, Dan Scott have stopped quite a few times. Wetland, J-Luke as well. Ryan Berry, P6, he's been in the wars. The front 5 only stopped once. And yet Ryan Berry stopped 3 and he's in P6. Question is, will we see another safety car? So the battle for P4. Tell you what, the Renault's been busy today. As MK Bond looks to try and push Panos out wide, and he's going to swoop around there. No hesitation there. He's relying on Panos to back out. There's another yellow flag. It's like 2 cars have collided. At the backs, that Rudd, Gullard and J-Luke might have clashed on the, you see in the mini map there, just the bottom right. A bit of lag. Oh, you can see there, look, the front wing of J-Luke is totally gone. He's going to have to pit. I don't know what, I couldn't tell you what happened, guys, but obviously it happened between the second, after the second DRS. There was definitely contact. And yeah, of course he's going to pit. I think it's worth staying in this race. He's probably stick on the mediums when they go to the end. Most slightly, I want to say. That's a shame. He was running in contention for the race win, and now he's finds himself at the back of the field. 3 drivers have pitted against Speed, Dan Scott, Rude Gullard and J-Luke. So the field now starts to spread out a little bit. A few collisions, a few clumsy incidents. And we've still got a bit of a battle here for P4, 5, 6 and 7. Panos, MK Bourne, Ryan Berry and RoboG. He's done a sterling job so far, may I say. RoboG, Ryan Berry's and MK Bourne have been in the wars. Proper midfield battle this. As he's going to go on the inside. Is he going to make it stick, MK Bourne? Ryan Berry's going to give it a little bit back. Bit of bumping and shot, it's all fine by me. There's another yellow flag. I don't know who it is. Oh, it seems to have gone. Oh, that minimap's needed. It seems to be the battle on the grid anyway. And Panos in P4 has played himself into contention for the constructors. It looks like it could be a straight shot between Kyle and Panos. As it stands, the Williams will win it by 2 points if it stays like this. I think. 12 points. 20. Yeah, they'll win it by 2 points if it stays as it is. With J-Luke out the question at the moment, Nicky retiring. It's a straight shot between Kyle and Panos for the constructors. The Williams do have an 8-point lead at the moment, so it is going to go down to the wire this Grand Prix. Panos has got his foot down. He's got Frank sitting up in his wheelchair, having a really good time. He's doing donuts in the garage. If he can pull this off. You can look at Ryan Berry going to go on the outside of MK Ball, and these two are still going at it. MK Ball not allowing him much space. Should really try and give him a bit more space than that. That's a bit foolish for MK Ball. I've got to say, make there. He's got to allow more space. He can't just expect to cut back. If he's on the inside of the corner, he's got to give the space on the inside again. Can't just take the apex, expect him to back out. He's going to lunge it down the inside, is he? No, he's not. We're just going to go side by side with Robo Jeep. There's a bit of contact again. MK Bourne is the loser out of that. And Ryan Berry can now try and get his head down, see what we can do. Let's have a quick look at the... We've got tyres. There we go, tyres. Get the tyres on. It says state of play, guys. Imagine the front 3 and 4 have got top Harris has got quite worn tyres on. But he's done well to get himself up there. I think the top 8 will still have to pit. And just see how Waze does as well. Waze is a dark horse here on those hards. He's going to the end. And he is, if everyone pitted right now, he'd be leading. We would have funked it. Oh, we got to see Bill pitting. And MK Bourne. Oh no, both Renault stacking. Surely they'll get alright out for him. What are they doing? Sacre bleu. Oh, he's losing the wing. Yeah, he's going to lose a couple of more seconds as well. Not good. Lack of communication there from the French. Big Frank Sim. Anyway, we've not mentioned him too much, but he's had a very quiet race up front. He's not got much of a lead early on in the Grand Prix. It's a yellow sector, a flag, and that is Wetland again. He's had a hard race. Oh, my throat is very dry. It's a hard race for Wetland, this Albert driver. He's coming quite late to the season, Polishman. Oh no, you caught it there, and he's totally lost it, and that is going to be a virtual safety car. Well, at least it's not an SC. So we've got a VSC now, guys. Obviously, you can see you've just witnessed the crash. He's totally had a massive tank slapper. Bit of a careless accident, if I'm quite honest with you, but it's what it is, VSC. And now, will the front 3 pit under the VSC conditions? Because this play a massive factor. This is going to play perfectly to the front 2-3 drivers if they can make around to the pits in time, and it's still out. It's almost like a half pit stop. And of course they're going to pit. Who wouldn't? This is going to work out beautifully for them. As in comes Garnerman, in comes Kyle. Will anyone else pit? Surely they will. Ryan Perry continues. Robo Jeep continues. Maybe they want another VSC. Who knows? I mean, let's not rule it out. Let's not rule it out, guys. But anyway, they're gonna. I'd call it as I see it. Wace is in as well. No, he's not. He's carrying on. Here he is, the dark horse. I mentioned him a few laps ago. Saw the chemtrails there in the sky. Wace and Garnerman there. Oh, battling. Garnerman does not want to get hung up too much by Waze. He's gonna have so much more grip. You're gonna see it here. It's now a drag race. Mercedes versus Ferrari. He's got to get a bit of toe. He's going to get DRS. Surely he's going to get the moves done. That racing point is flying. That was not easy. Oh, Waze. But we go 2 unlikely leaders. Ryan Berry and Robo Jeep. Garnerman needs to get that move done ASAP. Waze playing himself into some good points at this point, though. Gotta give it to him. Fair play to the lad. Kyle in P5 on softs. Bill's pitted onto mediums. MK Bourne will be banging his fist because he could have pitted under the VSC, which is now finitoed. I believe Alex is disconnected. I'm not sure if he's joined back. Hope he has. There's a wee little battle going on here for P8, 9 and 10. Fortunate for J-Luke as well, down in P12. He'll be fuming. Speed Danscott looks to get some points. It's going to have OKK breathing all over him. Those mediums. He'll be going to the end now on those mediums. As will Speed Danscott on the hards. Both drivers running wide there onto the asphalt turf. And the technical 10-3 of this sector 3 of this circuit. Waze winning until his mum turns off the internet again. Oh, love to see it. That man's got an excuse for everything. And just see how quick Garnerman can get past Robo Jeep and Ryan. Be lack of team orders now. It all seems to be every driver for himself at the front. as Carl makes his way past Waste on those hard tyres. He will be a sitting duck to these guys on the soft tyres, it's a given, but it's a good strategy call. I mean, he's just sitting at the back of the grid in P14 when it happened, and he's now playing himself into should be some solid points. 8 laps left, he's got 18-19 second lead over most of the guys in P8, 9, 10, so yeah, fair play. It's worth a shot. See if it works out for him. Still a good few laps to go though. A few time penalties now starting to creep in. Remember to keep that in mind, guys. Could play a factor at the end, especially if we have a late safety car. Time pens could be a massive factor. Also saw a few clumsy time pens, like 10-second pens for I don't even know what. So the game just being the game as it always is, unfortunately. So imagine we've got RoboJeep now in the pits. I don't know why he didn't pit under the VSC. Maybe just wanted to be high up the field. Respect that. It's going to go on to the... Oh, maybe we wanted to go stint on the softs. Fair enough. So that's RoboJeep in. Wade's hard. Well, Ryan last. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to pit. Those mediums ain't going to last another 9 laps. 8 laps around here. So Garnerman's is the net leader of the Grand Prix. He's been flawless all this evening. Couple of safety cars, couple of VSCs, no bother to him, race start, easy peasy lemon squeezy. He's made it look very effortless, and he's going to go for a move now on the Force India driver. And easy peasy. Into P1 he goes. He's got a 4-second lead now over Kyle. Obviously Kyle's struggling a little bit more to get past Waze perhaps, but that's that done. As it stands, can I work out the constructors? 15-7, ooh. 16. As it stands, the constructors, Williams will win it by 1 point. As it stands, Williams are winning the constructors by 1 point. We need Kyle needs to get a P2, which I imagine he will get if Ryan Berry pits, but it depends where Panos comes out at. Williams still have an 8-point lead, remember. How long can Ryan Berry continue on these mediums? See Lewis in the chat with Corey. Sim. Bill and Wade's going side by side. Bill's going to have to go the long way around. He's going to make him work for it, Waze. Looks like Bill's got the move done again. Obviously, these better compound, fresher tyres, going to make light work of it. And Panos is coming. So key factors here: can Panos take Waze, and will Ryan Berry pit? If that puts Panos to 4th, he'll have 12 points. That'll be 20-point lead for Williams. Take away 18 points for Kyle. Williams will win by 2 points. So I'm just going through the field now. Obviously the drivers are going through the motions. 7 laps left, 6 laps left, sorry. And starting to settle down. Just obviously it's going to be a factor if Panos can overtake Waze. Will Ryan Berry pit? Surely he has to. Can Kyle do anything to catch Garnerman, or will someone happen to Panos or Kyle to affect the constructors? But as it stands, Williams look likely to have it, given if the permutations are true. Corey's asking, how did my race go last week? It was going well. I was in contention for a podium, maybe a win, but I lost rear end. I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't really concentrating that much. I just lost it, went on the grass and went to the barrier. Absolute disaster in Interlagos. I've never liked that track. I can't. I seem to like tracks with definitive braking zones. It's a lot. It's very undulating. There's a lot of, you know, it's not real hard braking zones. I like that of tracks. You know what? I'm braking here. I'm gonna shift down to that gear, then go through it. I'm going to do ILR1. No, I'm not doing ILR1. We've got Austin and Owen in for ILR1 at 8 o'clock. I will be doing all the admin, the lovely ILR admin of the stand-ins, steward-ins after this race. As always, as I've done for the last nearly 3 years now. 3 years. Wow. So Carl's got past Ryan Berry. He's still trucking around on those mediums. See if they look alright. Can do it after. I ain't doing the comms, man. Waze has got a 8-second gap over Rover GP. He might be okay for P6. But saying that, he's just got pen. Who knows? So Panis now is P5. He's going to get 10 points. He's on 10 points, and Waze and Kyle is getting 18 points. That'll leave them tied. That'll leave the constructors tied as it stands in ILR7. And that will come down to a virtue of race wins for the team, and that will go down to Williams, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 race wins, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, okay, I'm wrong. McLaren and Williams both have 5 race wins each, and they'll also be tied on points as it stands right this second. So then it'll go down to permutations on most P2s for the team, which I believe is Williams by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think it's that. So Williams, as it stands, would win on permutations of more P2 finishes than McLaren. That's nuts. That's probably the tightest ever. Probably one of the tightest ever constructors we've had, actually. Given it's 4 laps left and it's still anyone to play for. And Ryan, this is the factor we need to look at. Will Ryan Berry stay out? He is the deciding factor in this. If he doesn't, Panos will move up. If he stays out and survives, I think Ryan's going to stay out. If I'm a better man, I reckon he's going to put, you know what, it's the last race. If I pit now, I'm going to come out on 10th or whatever. Let's just try and get a podium. He's got a 4-second gap. I don't know how bad the I mean, guys, in the chat, how bad's the tyre wear here? Will these mediums last to the end? Is he close to a puncher now? It's Edward in the chat. Hello, guys. What's the situation with mediums? How many laps can they do? Can Ryan make it? He'll be fine. People in the chat said he might be fine. Okay. Ah, he's spoiling the fun. They're saying he'll make it. Damn it. I want to see if he's close to get a puncher. The drama last lap. Tyre wear ain't too bad, but the tyres drop like beep. Okay. Okay. Technical term is that? I think that's the technical term. So obviously the tyres will drop like a stone. As funny enough you mentioned that, Bill's already cutting a second and a half into Ryan and just over a lap. So there's a cliff and I think he's about to jump. But question is, can Panos catch in 6 laps? See if there's any battles on track. Looks like we might have one here. Got Speeds, Dan Scott and J Luke. This is yellow flag. Surely not. There's a Renault off. Oh, it's MK Bourne. Is that going to bring out a safety car? It won't. No VSC or anything. So, ooh, I was clenched then. I was clenched. MK Bourne obviously going off somewhere. I don't know if he's got any damage. I can't see. Obviously, remember guys, penalties will be a factor as well. Panos has just got a 3-second pen. Ooh. Waze has got quite a few penalties though, to be fair, so he might drop back about. MK Bourne with 5-second pen speed in the pit lane. I think he's going to go for a shameless fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And he's after session. Well, that's the end of the season for MK. Couldn't just see out the last 3 laps, bud. Cheers. Ryan's going to be on the verge of death for those tyres for sure. Well, let's find out, lads. Bill's just a second behind now. There he is. He got him in sights. Question is, can Panos start? I don't think Panos is... He's on the softs. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. Oh my... The constructors will be tied on points if this stays like this. I don't believe it. I'm going to have to do the standards after this race and determine who gets it. Unbelievable. It may not be exciting driver's tie. Obviously, Nicky's won that a couple of races ago. Congratulations to Nicky, by the way. The Williams driver. Been flawless this season. I mentioned at the start of the stream. I mentioned it now. It's been fantastic. It's been Dan's car and Jay Luca, obviously, train spots there. But this seems to be the battle on track now. Can Bill get past Ryan for that final podium spot? Bill's best finish this season was a P7 in Mexico. So either way, he's got a nosebleed, lads, and this could be... This is one of his first podiums in a long time. Definitely the season. I'm not sure if he's... I can't remember from the top of my head. I don't know if he's had a race win in ILR7 or anything in the past, but maybe he's doing well in ILR8 a couple of years ago, or ILR6, whatever it was. But this is his chance now for a podium. Ryan Berry's best finish. He's got a couple of podiums already this season, Ryan Berry, and he's got a P2 last week, so, and a P3, so he's on a run of 2 podiums in a row, Ryan. This is a chance now for Bill. Can he get the job done on those fresh mediums? And looks like he has, as J. Luke has retired, and he's in the points. He was going to win it for the McLaren boys in P10. He was going to bring home that point they needed, and he's binned it. That DNF will probably cost McLaren the chance of the constructors. Unbelievable. I can't believe he's balled it. Oh, we've seen bottle classes here before in ILR1. In ILR1 first season, Corey binning it on the safety car for the championship. You love to see it. We've seen more bottles here. Another disaster class tonight. J. Luke was positioned P10 for that 1 point he needed. 1 point for McLaren. We've seen Rover Jeep and Waze going side by side here. Waze is looking to lose the rear end. That's on the final lap. They started the final lap of this Grand Prix. J. Luke and Rover Jeep going head to toe. As the final points for the season and the championship are being fought over. As it looks like Garner, we've not mentioned him too much because he's not much to talk about, but he's been a flawless Grand Prix. I say that he lost, he's losing the rear end a little bit there. But he's leading this race. P7, well, P7, in from P1, 3-second lead. LK Kyle, P2, can't really do much more now except hope that Garnerman's got some penalties. I don't think he does. Bill is in P3. His first podium of the season to Bill, if he hasn't got any pens. Remember penalties, guys. Panos is 1 second off Ryan Berry. Can Panos get P4 and win the constructors for Williams? It's all coming down to this last lap. It's going to be tied on points and race wins if it stays as it is right now, but I'll have to do the results and determine it with the code and after this Grand Prix, just how exactly it comes down to the race wins and podiums. As it stands, we are level on points in the constructors team. Williams and McLaren. J. Luke had a chance from P10 just to get that one solitary point to clinch it, but he's bottled it. And it looks like Panos won't be getting P4, but obviously, lads, penalties play a part. So let's wait and see. I know Panos has got a couple. I can't remember what Ryan's got off the top of my head. I do think Panos has one. But yep, J. Luke disaster class end the season and potentially cost his teammate the constructors title. LK Kyle wins. Oh, wait. Let's take that with a pinch of salt, by the way, because remember, Garnerman had an unfair 10-second time penalty. So I imagine Garnerman probably has won this race. So let's just take that with a pinch of salt, lads. Ryan Berry P4, Panos P5. So, Waze P4. What the hell's going on? So if it stands like this, McLaren have won it. KK P5. How many pens do these guys have? Dan Scott P6. Ryan Berry. Does he have like 50 seconds of pens? Like, what's he doing? Is he corner cutting his way to Australia? I'm not sure, Lickle. I think there was a few issues with the penalties. There's some weird penalties issued out during the safety car. So I'm just taking a pinch of salt. You could be right. He could have won by 11 seconds, have a 10-second pen. So the lobby's not that broken. It's just some of the time pens. We'll sort it out. Let's have a look. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so maybe Kyle might have won by 1 second if you take away the 10-second penalty. So that could have clinched the title for McLaren. But TBC, Bill P2, Waze P4. Obviously, MK Bourne, a lot of pens. Ryan Berry down to P10. Oh man, okay. Ah shit. Okay, might be a bit glitched. I take it back. Might be a bit glitched. Don't know what Ryan Berry's doing. I mean, this is going to be fun to work out anyway, isn't it? Woo! Scarman, Bill, Waze, OKK, Speed Dance Car, Alex through Gullard, MK Bourne, Ryan Berry down there, but I think he's higher than that. Panos, Rower Jeep, and J. Luke Binder. Wetland had a disaster. Risky made contact with his teammate. Nicky lost it on his own. Verstappen had a disaster, and Street Racer couldn't make the session. So all in all, Codemasters living up to their creditable name once again, lads. Gotta love it. And anyway, what a way to end the season. A couple of safety cars, drama, had racing all the way throughout that. It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure, guys. Congratulations to Nicky winning the title. Big shout out to, I'm going to presume McLaren have won the title here, the constructors. So well done to you guys. I've been your commentator for special one-off time, Jack. All you guys listening and racing through the ILR, I do appreciate you taking part. I spent a lot of my time, effort, money in this league, and it's not easy sometimes, and it does take its toll personally. But I do appreciate it. It means a lot. So peace out, guys. See you on the other side.